We get this question all the time, especially with the tech landscape changing so fast. Looking ahead to 2026, is the CompTIA Security Plus certification still worth it? Or has it become an outdated piece of paper?
It's the million-dollar question, or maybe more accurately, the $75,000 question. And the honest answer is yes, absolutely. But not because it's a magic ticket, it's because it's a key. It's the thing that stops your resume from getting eaten by the robots.
Let's cut to the chase then. What exactly is it? For people who don't know, CompTIA Security Plus is a vendor-neutral cert covering everything from threat management to the newer zero-trust stuff. For many government or defense jobs, it's not just recommended, it's a legal requirement.
Exactly. Think of it as the basic literacy test of cybersecurity. You might be the most brilliant, self-taught security mind out there, but without those letters on your resume, the automated HR bots that scan applications might never let a human see your name. It's less about proving you're an expert and more about proving you speak the language.
You mentioned the HR bots. So is that the main reason people are still flocking to this after 2 decades? Just to get past a filter?
That's a huge part of it, but it's a bit deeper. Because it's vendor neutral, a hiring manager at a hospital, a bank, or a defense contractor knows you understand the concepts of security, not just how to click buttons in one specific brand of firewall software. It's the universal box checker across almost every industry. Security Plus won't make you a security wizard overnight, but it stops your resume from disappearing into the digital void.
Okay, so it gets you through the door. But once you're inside, what does the paycheck actually look like? Let's talk about the cold hard cash.
Right. While you see these big median salaries like $120,000 for an analyst, that's not where you start. A fresh Security Plus holder is realistically looking at a starting range of maybe $55,000 to $75,000. Typical first jobs are things like a Security Analyst or an IT auditor.
That makes sense. And I'm guessing location plays a big role?
Oh, massively. If you're in a tech hub like San Francisco or New York, you can pretty much add a 20 to 30% premium on top of those starting numbers. But here's the most compelling part: the return on investment.
Go on.
The exam voucher is about $400. Let's say you spend a total of $1,000 or even $500 on study materials and practice tests. If getting that cert helps you pivot from a help desk job to a security role that pays just $15,000 more per year, which is a very realistic jump, you've paid for your entire investment in the first month of work. It's hard to argue with that kind of math.
It's basically a financial no-brainer for the right person. But before everyone runs out to buy a voucher, we need to talk about who this times isn't times for.
Yes, this is critical. We have to give a reality check here. If you're already a senior security professional with 10 years of experience and a CISSP, Security Plus is a waste of your time. It's like a pro athlete going back to middle school gym class. It adds nothing.
What about specializations?
That's the other big one. This certification is very focused on security infrastructure, networks, systems, policies. If your dream is to be an ethical hacker doing penetration testing or a developer writing secure code, this isn't the most direct path. You should be looking at things like the OSCP. It won't hurt you, but it's not the right tool for the job.
So it's for building a foundation, not for decorating the penthouse.
Exactly. And you need to have the ground floor built already. Don't treat this like cybersecurity for dummies. It assumes you have a baseline of IT knowledge. If you've never opened a command line or configured a network, you're going to hit a wall. It's a bridge for IT people to cross into security, not a magic wand for complete beginners.
That makes a lot of sense. So if you've decided you're the right candidate, you're in IT, you want to pivot, how do you actually pass the thing? I hear it's not just a memory test anymore.
It's a 90-minute gauntlet. You need a 750 out of 900 to pass, and the big change is the shift to performance-based questions. They might throw you into a simulation and ask you to actually configure a firewall rule, analyze a log file, or spot a vulnerability on a network diagram.
So you can't just memorize flashcards.
Not anymore. This is where people stumble. You can't just brain dump this exam. If you haven't actually touched the technology in a home lab, setting up your own virtual network, running scans, looking at real logs. Those practical questions will eat you alive. In the modern exam, if you can't do the work in a lab, you probably won't pass the test.
So it's about doing, not just knowing. Let's wrap this up with the big picture for anyone looking at 2026. What are the final takeaways?
It boils down to a few key points. First, it's the barrier to entry. Without it, your resume might be automatically rejected by HR software, no matter how skilled you are. Second, if you want to work for the U.S. government or a defense contractor, it's often a non-negotiable requirement. Third, the return on investment is real and fast. It can pay for itself within months. And finally, the modern exam demands practical, hands-on skills, not just theory. It's a key, not a magic wand, but for the right person, it unlocks the first door to a serious career in cybersecurity.